Hello, good evening. I'm Tom Hepworth. Coming up on South Today, leading the fight against Covid, the volunteers in a world-first trial received their jabs here in the South.
We're going to have to live with Covid. So for me, it's all about safeguarding myself, but also about safeguarding other people.
Volunteers from the South joined a trial today to try and find a booster vaccination for Covid. It's the first of its kind in the world and is being led by the University Hospital Southampton. The results could determine what we're all offered as an extra booster vaccination this autumn. Today's trials coincided with the announcement in Oxford by the Health Secretary that 3/4 of adults in the UK have now had at least one dose of a Covid vaccine. Our reporter John Cuthill was in Bournemouth as the volunteers rolled up their sleeves in the fight against Covid.
Checking in for a world's first. Adam Hocking from Dorchester was one of 24 volunteers today, each with their own reasons to take part.
Yeah, according to my paperwork, you're not allergic to anything.
I work as a pharmacist and heavily involved in vaccination across Dorset. I've applied for clinical trials and to be part of, the global drive throughout, and this is the first one that's come up.
Also preparing for her booster trial was retired teacher Mary Fife from Bournemouth.
If we are going to require boosters in the same way as we have the flu vaccines, then it's important that this work gets done so that it can be done sooner rather than later.
Over 2,800 volunteers will be recruited at 18 research sites. As well as here in Bournemouth, centres at Oxford, Portsmouth and Southampton will take part.
This research is specifically looking at how effective a booster vaccine is to protect us all against Covid-19. So this will be looking at what sort of a booster you need and how long it actually lasts and how long it gives you protection for.
The study needs volunteers who've had both their Covid-19 vaccinations at least 3 months ago.
We're really interested in people who had AstraZeneca for the first two because that vaccine was started rolling out slightly later than the Pfizer vaccine. So if anyone in the local area has had AstraZeneca, has had two vaccines, had their first dose in December or January, then we'd really like them to get in touch.
Andrew Rutland is another volunteer with a particular interest in the trial.
Because I'm a GP, I've been quite heavily involved in the vaccination programme anyway. So we're sort of also waiting with bated breath to see what happens next.
The speed at which medical science has reacted to the Covid pandemic has been nothing short of remarkable, as has the response of the volunteers.
The British public have been amazing, and in the South we've run loads of vaccine studies and we've had so many volunteers, and it's absolutely fantastic because we wouldn't be where we are now without them.
The results of these medical trials should be known by September. This crucial work here in the South helping to determine who, if anyone, needs a booster vaccine and which is the most effective. John Cuthill for BBC South Today in Bournemouth.
Now, if you're interested in taking part in the trial, you can find out more on the website, which is on the screen for you now, allthews.covboost.org.uk.